Hey everybody, it's Peter, and this is kind of a fun one that I've wanted to do for a while. So imagine you could build your dream garage, and forgetting the garage, and you could only fill it with 1000 cc's worth of motorcycles. So it's got to be motorcycles. What would you do? Now I got some rules behind this, so first thing we have to do, let me just check my notes here. We have to make sure that the motorcycle is currently for sale in your market. Now I'm in Canada, so I don't have things like the Ninja ZX25R. Like, I don't have that here. So it has to be currently for sale in your market. No modifications. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna buy XYZ and then I'll board out to whatever. And it has to be a mainstream brand, so it can't be something I've never heard of. And overall, everything cannot exceed 1000 cc's and no electric motorcycles, just for this. So what I want to do is kind of see what you guys would do. So what I did is I kind of wrote down a number of my motorcycles, and again, it has to be the actual engine size, not the name. So sometimes the name, like, you know, a Ninja 500 is actually a 451, so that actually gives you more room. But, you know, my Kawasaki, or like a Z900, is actually a 948, so you haven't got 100 cc to play with, you've only got 52 cc to play with. But the point is, I want you to work with me in the comments section and build your dream garage with 1000 cc. Now I realize this rules out a bunch of cruisers and a bunch of other stuff that have big engines, but I thought it's kind of a fun experiment because I sort of went through it in my head and came up with a bunch of stuff, and then I used ChatGPT to come up with some stuff to help me do some math and stuff. But it leaves open the potential for a lot of really cool bikes. So like the Ninja H2R is like a $70,000 Canadian bike. It's 998 cc. If you want a one bike garage, you can do that. If you go through here, let me just see what I've done here. Oh, I gotta pull up my notes here. You could get some fun combinations. So I got my favorite down there. I gotta zip through here. But like, here's some combinations that I used. I wrote down a bunch of motorcycles that I kind of liked, and like 999.3 cc, you could have a V-Strom 800, a Honda Monkey, a Vespa Primavera 50, and a Honda Ruckus. So if you're a scooter fan, you could do all that kind of stuff. If you wanted to have some other fun, you could do like a V-Star 250, which is the Yamaha cruiser. You could have a Himalayan 450, Honda Monkey, Honda Trail, Honda Ruckus. So again, I put through a lot of those Honda type things in the thing. What else can you do? Here's a couple ones that I really liked. I kind of like the idea of the bike that I have right now, which is the Himalayan 450. So the Himalayan 450 is the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. It's 452 cc. Then you could go with the Ninja ZX4RR 399 cc and still add a Honda Monkey, which is 124 cc, and you'd still be at 975 cc. Now if you wanted to, you know, swap out that for like a scooter, you could do a scooter. You could swap that out, and but you can't do like the Himalayan 452 cc. Sorry, can't do the Himalayan 450, Ninja ZX4RR, and the Vespa Primavera 150, which is what I would actually want because that comes to 1006 cc. So would I swap out the ZX6RR and throw in a Yamaha R3, and then I could get my Primavera as well? But it's a pretty fun experiment to do. Would you just get one bike? Would you get two bikes? And where it gets complicated is like the Tiger 850 or a Tiger 900. It's 888 cc. So that rules out adding on something like the Honda Monkey or something like that. So like, you can kind of play with stuff. You got to stay small and get what you want, or you can go with a big thing, get what you want. But I want to know in the comments, which combination of bikes would you get if you could have your dream garage? Price isn't an option, but you are limited to 1000 cc. Let me know what you like about these, or if you like these kinds of videos. Maybe we'll do something like this live in the future, but this is just sort of to see what you guys kind of like. I love small displacement bikes, so I mean, I could really crowd this thing out and do a lot of small displacement bikes. Another one I really liked here, oh, there was a combination here, if I could just find it. It included, let me see if I can go up to the top here. Oh, where is it here? The Ninja ZX4RR, great sport bike. The Royal Enfield Classic 350, I just reviewed that and I fell in love with that bike. That thing's awesome. You could throw in the Honda Monkey and the Honda Trail 125 and still be at 995.3 cc. So there's just so many fun combinations if you stay small. But again, what would you do if you could have 1000 cc's to fill your garage, how would you fill it up? One bike, multiple bikes, which bikes would you choose? You can use ChatGPT to help you out. But remember, has to be a currently for sale motorcycle in your market, preferably something we all have heard of. Has to be basically mainstream brand, can't be like a one-off kind of thing. We've only made 3 of these, that kind of thing. And no electric bikes, and you have to fill your garage. So let me know in the comments what you would do, how you would fill it, and yeah, maybe we'll do some more of these in the future. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great weekend. Hey guys, thanks for making it this far in the video. If you want to watch my channel, I've got all kinds of reviews of motorcycles. My goal is to review as many 2025 motorcycles as I can this year. If that sounds like your thing, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, leave a positive comment, and again, check out some of my other videos. If you want to really help my channel grow, then just pick a few videos you like, watch them to the end. Thanks everybody for watching. Talk to you in the next one.